No! No! No!
It's time.
Let's get this over and done with. I'm going to be brutally honest here. A lot of the games I reviewed on this channel thus far weren't really that bad. Yes, I didn't like how bad the controls were for Octopus Trip, but since the story and the writing were still humorous, it held my interest till the very end. Yes, I complained how repetitive Oni-chan Battle Z2 Chaos and Sonic Kaga were, but the combat and extra content was still worth the price tag. But this is the first game I ever reviewed on this channel in which I had a laundry list of negative things to say about the game. I can only beat half of the levels because I got so annoyed and frustrated playing this game. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going through the salt mines.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh yeah, how could I forget? Last September, a couple of my friends and fans made these really awesome posters for me celebrating the channel hitting 5,000 subscribers. I want to thank everyone who made these amazing pieces of fan art and highly recommend everyone checking them out on their Twitter profiles. I'll put everyone's Twitter links in the description.
Much better. Now get to the review.
I know a lot of you heard of Bad Rats, but for the 1 or 2 people who don't know, Bad Rats is a physics-based puzzle game in which the sole objective is to kill the cat at the end of the stage by activating some sort of death trap. This is done through various ways, from pushing it safe, feeding the cat to a vicious dog, to even putting it in the microwave. Man, these rats hate the cat more than Nintendo hates Metroid.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. This is because of Mother M, isn't it?
But how do you activate these traps? In every stage, you're given a soccer ball, and you must use various objects and rats at your disposal to navigate the ball to the death trap. Some of these rats include a baseball rat, a smoker rat, and even a bomber rat. I never thought to see the day that terrorists managed to expand their outreach to freaking rats.
Hello, Mr. Nesbit. Have you considered joining our little organization? I see you're not easy to convince, Mr. Nesbit. What if I told you that you not only blow up filthy American pigs, but cats as well? Sign me the fuck up, fam!
Speaking of which, if you're expecting the game to have some sort of story as to why the rats want this poor cat dead, then you're out of luck. There is no reason why these rats want the cat dead other than they're just rats. Now, let's talk about the graphics. The graphics look like what the PS2 crapped out after someone spiked their drinks with laxatives.
Smells like Phoenix Games.
Everything, from the character models to the environment, use very muddy textures that will make it look like someone rubbed Vaseline all over your eyes. But to be fair guys, the reason why the game's graphics are so bad is because it came from the ancient year of 2009. I mean, look at all of these awful looking games that came out that year. See? Truly awful. I'm not going to talk about the game's music since there's only 6 songs in the whole game. Normally, I would play the game's audio throughout my review, but the game's audio got so annoying, so repetitive, that to prevent my PTSD from triggering, I'm using different music for this review. Hell, I think Corey tortured a few people by playing the game's OST for several hours. Despite the game having terrible audio and terrible graphics, it can redeem itself with some fun gameplay, right? Right? You already know the answer to that one. I will give Bad Rats 1, and only 1 compliment. The missions are pretty diverse, and not a single stage felt like a rehash of the previous one. That's its only compliment. Without doubt, the two things that drove me crazy playing this game was the UI and the physics. For one thing, the UI is one of the most finicky things I ever had the displeasure using in a game. Although it would be wrong for me to criticize since I'm the last person that has a clear grasp of the King's grammar, but the tips and menu is littered with tons of grammatical and English mistakes. I mean, see for yourself.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
The only reason I could come up with as to why there were so many grammatical mistakes is because the game's company is based in Brazil. But that's just a minor problem compared to actually interacting with the objects in the environment. You see, placing objects and rats themselves in the game is just painful.
It's humongous.
Okay.
This person just spoke to me in a sexually harassing way.
I did not.
Okay, not as painful as that, but still pretty painful. During my playthrough of the game, I found myself getting frustrated just placing common items on the map. The worst part about it is that there were times in which the game complained that the objects were placed incorrectly, even though I placed it as indicated by the guide. There should be absolutely no reason why placing items in this game should be this aggravating. Another thing that pissed me off about the UI is that it causes a lot of trial and error gameplay. You see, in Bad Rats, you're also given a rocket and cannon that some puzzles require to use. These rats use a time mechanism to activate. The problem with these rats is that there's no discernible way of telling if you set the right time or not. You literally have to set the time, stick your thumb up your ass, and pray you set it right. Now, let me talk about the main meat of the game, the physics. Let's get one thing straight. Physics is a bitch. Sure, we have various equations to try and predict it, but there are so many unpredictable variables, it can be difficult to predict at times. Like in this game. The physics in Bad Rats is one of the worst use of physics I ever played in the game, as it's just unpredictable. For example, there were times in which I literally followed the game's solution down to the T and got a completely different result, which caused me to waste a try. This is not a good way to use physics in your game. A game with good physics should give the players some wiggle room to achieve their desired results. In 2009, we were already shown that physics-based puzzles can be done correctly with games like Half-Life 2, Portal, and even freaking Angry Birds. Freaking Angry Birds. And don't get me started on how bad the physics is in expert mode. Hell, the only difference between expert mode and normal mode is that the physics in expert mode is much more unpredictable. Let me just wrap up this review. So what are my overall thoughts? This is one of the worst games I've ever played on this channel. This game is riddled with such terrible graphics, annoying music, a cumbersome UI, and awful physics. No one should buy this game. Despite the game being atrocious, it somehow gained a cult following, which is absolutely baffling to me. Maybe because it costs $1 on Steam, and people often buy it as a joke gift for a friend. Which, by the way, if you do, then you're a terrible friend.
Oh, really?
Just a joke, bro. Just a joke. Despite these complaints, and for some bizarre reason you still want to get the game, you can get it on Steam at the following link. Okay, Corey, I reviewed Bad Rats. Now, will you let me out of your basement?
Next review.
I thought I could only do that.
Shut up and do the outro.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Please be sure to give a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you enjoyed the review. Also, support my friends who helped me with this review by checking them out in the links down below. Finally, if you played Bad Rats, let me know in the comments down below. Once again, this is Daitomodachi, and I'm stuck here for another month.
Hello?
Hi, I was wondering if Dai was there?
Sorry, but he was kidnapped. He should be back by next month.
If you know that he was kidnapped, then why haven't you called the police?
Well, if I did that, then I couldn't turn his room into a kick-ass Let's Play channel.
You couldn't do that in your own room?
I have my reasons.
I'm cold.
My boss is not going to be happy about this.
Your boss?
Where is he?
Oh boy! I hope this turns out like my torture hentai!